Okay, question 26, the nth term here. So again, you look at the gap, right? So what's the gap here? Is it 6 going up in 6s? I think it is, isn't it? 6s. So we're going to write 6n, yeah? And then what you do is then, of course, you look at what would the term before it be. If we go backwards, we end up at 4, don't you? If we went backwards, the term before that would be 4. So 6n plus 4. Now this one here, this sort of special case, right? You know, you don't need to work these out, okay? If you work these out, things are going to go wrong, right? But what you do is you need to treat this as two sequences, okay? So look at the left-hand side of the multiply. You've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what's going to come next, don't you? You know it's going to be 8, okay? So write down that sequence. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on, right? The left-hand side, right, of that multiply. So what we do then is we work out the nth term here, okay, for this. Now, what's the gap here? It's going up in 1s, isn't it? So what would you write next to n? You'd write 1n, wouldn't you? I'm not going to write it though. You don't need to write 1, don't you? But it would be 1n. You don't need to write it. And then, what term is before it? Okay, what are we adding on? The term before it is a 2, isn't it? So we're going to be plus 2. Okay? So I focused on now the left of that multiplying thing, okay? Now let's look at the sequence on the right, because there is a sequence there on the right of the multiplying. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you know that's a sequence. In fact, we saw it earlier on. The gap there is 2, so it'll be 2n, right? And what would be before it? Well, the term before it, we go back to, is 0. So 2n plus 0, which is just 2n. We saw it earlier. So then put these together then. Look what we do when we put them together. We multiply. So you've got n plus 2 times 2n, right? That's ultimately the result, right? When you put these two together, okay? And you don't need to do anything with these. You don't have to multiply. You leave them like that. What I would advise you do not is put a bracket around here to show that we're multiplying all of this by 2n, right? That's really important that you do that. But if you understand that, fantastic. Part B says write down the first 3 terms of the sequence n squared plus 3. Sometimes you can have square sequences, right? These are special sort of sequences, looking at the square numbers. If they want the first 3 terms, basically, that will be when n is equal to 1. Remember, n represents number, yeah? So when n equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3. So you just got to work that out. N squared, right? In this case then, n is 1, so it'll be 1 squared plus 3. 1 squared, remember, it's just 1 times 1. Adding on 3, now you can do this, can't you? 1 times 1 is 1, add 3 is 4. Okay? When n is 2, 2 squared. Okay? Well, 2 squared is going to be 4, isn't it? 2 squared is just 2 times 2, isn't it? Add the 3 then. So 4 plus 3 is 7. And then 3 then, put 3 in there. 3 squared plus 3. Well, 3 squared is just 3 times 3. And add the 3. Now we know 3 times 3 is 9. Add the 3 is 12. And we're done.